Again to the Village of Bartlett Committee of the Whole meeting for January 17, 2017. I call this meeting to order and ask the clerk to please call the roll.
Trustee Ahrens?
Here.
Kammerer?
Here.
Carbonaro?
Here.
Daney?
Here.
Hopkins?
Here.
Ranky? Here. President Wallace?
Here. First item we have this evening is under Public Works Committee. Chairman Kammerer.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. The first item, first thing we have is the Koehler Fields Bartlett Little League storage shed, and it is a site amendment plan to add a 1,824 square foot storage shed for the Bartlett Little League to use. And I might ask Dan if you have anything else to contribute, or Jim to contribute to that.
Thank you, Trustee Kammerer. I'll be brief. We have Coach Frank, Coach Chris, and another coach from the Bartlett Little League with us tonight.
Ken.
Coach Frank put this together, Frank Schneider. What they are requesting is to put in a storage shed on the Little League property in Koehler Fields, and I'll just skip to the nuts and bolts of it. The Little League rents facilities for their uniforms and equipment. They will save money by building a storage shed and put it at this location near the parking lot and outside one of the fields. That's what the storage shed is going to look like. To do that, there will be pursuing an amendment to the existing site plan for the Koehler Fields that was, I showed that on the previous slide. If you have any questions, coaches are here. We've reviewed it, and we would like it forwarded on to the Planning Commission for their review of the site plan, if you so choose.
One question that I have, how's it being funded?
I'll let Coach Frank answer that.
It's Frank Schneider. Would we get enough funds through donations from various local businesses and money that we have raised?
I need to ask you also, can you just give me an estimate of what the building will cost?
The building, the price of the building that you see there is like $12,500.
So the reason I ask that question is we'll be going into strategic planning on Saturday, and we are looking at some civic organizations that have requested funds from the village. And I think that it's commendable that you were able to raise that money based on the resources that you had available. And you didn't ask the village for any funds. So I want to commend you on that.
Thank you, we appreciate it. I mean, we're still in the works of raising more to help complete the project, but we're obviously working towards that.
I didn't see anything in the plans. I may not have looked close enough. Are you planning on putting a concrete floor in the building?
Yes, it'll be a concrete floor. And then there's a drawing that I had submitted that, actually the first drawing, but we changed the location on it due to the drainage. From right there on the screen there, you see where I don't know if you can read it, but the 38 foot, there'll be a concrete apron there with the sidewalk going to the parking lot. So this way, we can, as the parents drop off their equipment, or we do our uniform pickup, equipment pickup, we can just go right down. There will be no access as far as vehicles driving up to it.
And it won't be electricity to it or anything else?
There will be our intentions. What I was briefly talking with Jim, and this would be more when we go to Plan Commission. We would put electricity in there, and our intentions are to put a fire alarm panel with a remote access to access the fire department. Because to run a phone line out there is astronomical fee. And then there will also be an alarm system, which we'd have to provide power for that. And there'll be minimal lighting in there. And I've got some pricing on that. And the lighting we're going to be going with, it will be LED. So less electrical usage there. And I'd have to, for the alarm panels, we'd have to maintain a temperature above 36 degrees. So I was probably looking into putting a small heater in there just to temper the air so it's not so cold.
It's not something you envision putting offices in for?
No, it's just storage.
Right.
And then as you see there, there's the, in the parking lot, there's a white little box. Well, it's little there, but it's a container that right now, that's where we're storing like rakes and our windscreens and stuff like that. That would all get moved into that building. And then there's a dirt pile that's there, which that's going to come off of there too. We were looking to put a concrete pad next to the building. We're trying to get a good location to where it's not in our drainage path. So this way our dirt that we store, which would be our black dirt and our field mix, would be out of the parking lot. This way the parking lot's clean, and that would open up probably about 6 to 8 more parking spots there.
Looks good. Any other questions?
No.
Well, let me ask, who actually owns the park?
We do.
Okay,
Village, we own it.
okay, so
And
that's
we-
why it's on Public Works. Gotcha, okay.
We're just leasing it from the village.
Yeah, understood, thank you.
I have a question. I know that you've stated that there will be dry storage, no food storage whatsoever.
That's correct.
I'm skeptical. I want to emphasize that storing any food in there should be viewed as a termination of our contract with you, only because there's an open field area and critters get into buildings. You have no idea how, why, where, when. And I do want to emphasize that we need some kind of teeth to put in that so that we never have any food stored there. It's an easy thing to do when you have nowhere else to put food that comes in.
Yes, there would, the only storage of food is kept in the concession stand. And we've had the health inspector from Kane County out there just to do a routine inspection, just towards the middle of fall. And he was impressed with the cleanliness of it. And for the rating that we got, we got a 96% rating, which according to him was the highest rating that he's ever gave for an area like this.
Well, good for you. Okay, I just needed to hear something about that, because that would be my worst fear in allowing a building to be constructed for storage. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Frank.
Thank you.
So then, the recommendation is to move this onto the Plan Commission for further review?
Yes,
So, no objections to that?
No.
All right. Mr. President, that's all we have under Public Works this
Thank you,
evening.
Chairman Kammerer. Next item we have this evening is we'll be adjourning into executive session to discuss personnel pursuant to Section 2C1 of the Open Meetings Act. With that, I would ask the clerk to call the roll for
We need the motion.
a motion to adjourn into executive session.
So moved. Second.
Moved by Trustee Carbonaro, seconded by Trustee Hopkins. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Trustee Aaron's,
Yes.
Kammerer, Carbonaro,
Yes.
Daney,
Yes.
Hopkins, Ranky.
We are adjourned to executive session.